Hey, hi. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
listen, listen, listen. I'm hoping the visual is good, the audio is good. We never know when it comes to this here internet, but I'm hoping everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. Guess what today is? Good. Doc said everything is good. Oh, see how he keep me on point. But guess what today is? Today is let's happen. Woo! Listen, so um we are going to revert back to our music bag. I needed to switch it back up a little bit. We will be going back to movies, but today we're gonna jump in our music bag today. There are a few things that I need to say before we start getting into our nitty gritty. First thing first is join the conversation. You can drop a comment, you can call in, you can text. The numbers 443-850-4828. Again, the number is 443-850-4828. You will be on air, so just understand if you call in, you're going to be live. We will be listening to what you have to say. You can ask me to drop the link, and I will if you're on your best behavior. It's the only way I'm dropping the link. We don't need the shenanigans and all the bull crap. So I might drop the link if you're on your best behavior. You can, if you want to come on the show for any reason, any any reason, you want to interview, you want to just, you know, talk about what you have going on, whether you have a product, some music. Well, music is a product, whatever it may be. Just, you know what I mean, the case may be, hit us up, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Again, the email address is contact at ambitiouslyent.com. I'm flabbergasted. I'm not going to tell y'all what I did. I am going to tell y'all what I did. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every single solitary subscription. We appreciate you in advance. Big love to you. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. Y'all, I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. I have to do this really quick, and then I'm gonna bring in my boo Doc because he is waiting for us to bring him in, and we don't do Doc like that at all. We don't. So let me just play this real quick, and then I'm gonna bring Doc in. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Remember that commercial? Since we tapping in. After these messages, we'll be right back. Tell me if you remember that. I promise you, I'm not alone. We'll be right back. Hi, Doc, honey.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? How you doing today?
You remember that commercial?
Yeah, when they go to a commercial break, like we'll be right back after this commercial break, or they'll have like a little jingle.
Yeah, after these messages, we'll be right back. I remember that. I also remember when they used to tell us, they used to tell our parents, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children
are? Yep. Oh, that our generation, we was able to be outside and just kicking it and having fun and sitting on the little green transformer box or down by the street light.
And you had to be back in the house by the time the street lights came back on.
Street light kids.
Or at least on the porch if it was the summertime.
Well, there was some that couldn't leave their porch too because they was on punishment or something, so they just get to sit right in the front. That was you?
A lot of times, yes, I was punished. I remember one time I was punished, and it was the summertime. And in the summertime here in Baltimore, basement parties and block parties were all the rage, right?
Okay.
And one time I got punished, and it was a basement party, right? Well, it was a party at somebody's house. It wasn't necessarily a basement party. It was more so just in their living room because we lived in row houses. I don't live in a row house now, but back then we lived in row houses. And I remember saying everybody walking past and they on their way to the party and they was waving at me in the window like, hey! And I was so
that had to hurt.
like, ah. And then my cousin came back and told me all about what happened, and I was really mad, like, because I wasn't there.
Missed out on the party. That had to hurt watching everybody walk down the street and you just like, I can't go.
In the windowsill, like,
looking sad.
that was me.
Those were the days. Those were the days.
Man, that was me. Oh, that was totally me. I
Did y'all
don't know
roller
why.
skate big in Baltimore?
Huh?
Did y'all roller skate big in Baltimore?
That was the thing here. Actually, you know how, like, and that tripped me out the other day too. Oh, I'm glad you asked that. That tripped me out the other day too because, skating rinks and stuff like that, that's huge in the South.
Yeah.
But again, because we live on the Mason-Dixon line, we got some of this and some of that, and it was like a boiling pot of a mixture. We had skating teams, and they did their routines and all that stuff here. We had this one place back in the day. I don't know if I doubt that they still open because a lot of stuff goes down on Pennsylvania Avenue. But on Pennsylvania Avenue, we had this spot called Shake and Bake. And there was a skating rink, and it had a bowling alley in it and all that good stuff. And it was like what one would consider in the heart of the city.
Okay.
And you went there. Oh my! It was lit. It was like going to the club.
When you were young, that is like going to you had the bowling alley, the skating ring, probably like an arcade, a movie theater, and
exactly.
In the later years, a mall. But no, those things were like late at night, not late at night, but in the late evenings, especially in the summertime when nobody's at school, go to the bowling alley. Yeah. The good old days.
And people doing a little backward skate. I can't skate to save my life, but
no. After a hard day of skating, when I was young, I remember you used to catch a Charlie horse.
Oh no, not a Charlie horse.
I wake up from my sleep, be like, my leg.
But yeah, that was a thing here. Like I tell people all the time, like you'd be surprised of, like I said, we are the Mason-Dixon line, so we got we got a combination of everything here. And that is the one thing that I will say I'm grateful for, you know what I mean? Like because I was born in North Carolina, we moved here when I was 8 going on 9. And so Baltimore raised me. I'm born in North Carolina, but I was raised here. And so that's the one thing that I'm grateful for, is that I still was able to get some of my Southern roots. And, it's a melting pot. I think Authentic John Doe said that. It is a melting pot of everything here. So it is what it is.
Shout out to Authentic John Doe.
Yeah, because he touched on a few things, and I was like, yeah, it is a melting pot. Yeah. So we were lucky in essence because we were able to get some of everything.
The mixture of the world.
Childhood. It was great though. Now, what I will say about growing up here is, though, I don't know how half of us are still alive in those, adolescent phase, because I grew up in the city. Mm-hmm. There wasn't much grass, so we had to make our own little playground field type of situation. We played on fire escapes. I don't know how we still alive.
All that tetanus, all that rust and sharp edges.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we're playing on a fire escape where at the bottom of this fire escape is just nothing but cement. How are we still alive? Like, I don't understand. We did have great summers though, like when they popped the fire hydrant,
Mm-hmm.
it was life. Like everybody, they popped the fire hydrant, and we was running outside like, yeah, get close so you can get wet. It was just
The
like
at-home water park. That's the Black
Man.
Water Park.
I showed y'all last night some of our snacks from when we were children. Tasty cakes, onion
With a
pickles. We had the penny candy store. You would go with $1 and you felt like you was rich.
Mm-hmm.
You could go with 25 cents and still felt like you was rich. It was penny candy.
Yeah. Oh, the candy lady? Yeah, y'all had a candy lady, right?
We had a candy lady. We had what you would hear, we call, I don't know what y'all call, maybe icy cups or something like that. We call them frozen cups, where they make the juice, put it in the freezer, freeze it up. Summertime, you go to the frozen cup lady. She had the frozen cups, and you was excited, like, oh, I'm about to go get me a frozen cup. Like, it was just life. It's hard as our adolescent years, Gen Z, by the way. I don't know about y'all other ones, but as hard as our life was, it was so freaking fun. It was fun. And I don't know.
It was before the internet.
Man.
And we even
You
grew
had to
into
talk
it.
to people. You had to remember phone numbers if you was going to call somebody.
Remember phone numbers to this day. The only phone number I know is mine. I cannot remember a phone number to save my life anymore. I remember my home phone number though, where I grew up at, but I don't remember any other phone number. I don't. I tell people cell phones made you dumb. Smartphones made you dumb because you had to remember back then. Now you don't have to remember any. Ask me whose number I remember right now. Nobody's. Well, that's what I'm saying.
No.
The home you grew up in, do you remember that number?
Slightly. Only because when I was before, this is where we differ. Here we call it middle school. In other areas, it's called junior high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any numbers from that stage of life. I don't remember my complete number from high school. I remember it was 566. That was like the 4. Well, we didn't have to dial area codes back then either. It was just you dialed out the number 566 and whatever the last 4. You know what I mean? Now, and then eventually it got to where you had to dial the area code and then the rest of the number. But I do remember our number started with 566. I remember it's a lot of things. I remember what my summers looked like in my neighborhood from my high school years. We lived directly across from a park where they had basketball tournaments every summer.
Okay.
And the hottest local DJs would come and DJ at this park. And that was the thing. Like and I was lucky because again, I lived across the street, so I could just walk out my door, walk down a little steps that we had, walk out the gate and walk straight across. And that was the park. But that was like you feel me? And I'm not that I'm glorifying narcotic dealing, but all the big names was out there. And if you were a young teenage girl, you was hot and being fresh because you wanted
the attention.
You know what I mean? But it was it was fun. It was fun.
Well, at least you're honest about it. You can respect that, at least the honesty of it all.
One thing I will not do on this podcast is ever lie to y'all about who I am. I lived a life. One day I'm gonna tell that story. My teenage year story. But yeah, it was what it was. But today is the tap-in, so we gotta get into the bag. I said we were gonna switch back the music really quickly, just to have a little
spice to the life,
a little mix up. And so the first person that we pulled out of the bag, which is crazy, because we did have somebody from Philly tap in last night.
Okay.
This person is also from Philadelphia, and his name is Cassidy.
Cassidy, good old Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go first, madam?
You can start.
Okay. So Cassidy Cassidy, to me, he was or is more of a battle rapper than anything. That's the thing. Cassidy can rap. No joke. Cassidy can rap. The problem with Cassidy, he has the most hardest time putting songs together. Songs that are gonna hit and resonate. It's like, to me, Cassidy is I don't want to say it because that thing's bad. I was about to say he's like a knockoff Fab, but he's not a knockoff Fab.
Yeah.
But he has that same level of rhyming that Fab has. And Cassidy has I'm thinking of songs. There was one song, I can't remember the title of it now, oddly enough.
I ain't gonna lie, it's one song that he sampled Jay-Z, and I thought it was I love that song, actually. I still love that song.
That's what I'm thinking of, because I think Swiss Beats produced it for him.
I'm a hustler, homie.
I'm a hustler, homie. Yes. So, but that's crazy. That's like the one song by Cassidy that was kind of a hit song that I can remember. But then I'm like, no, I've never bought a Cassidy CD or tape or anything. But I knew who he was also from the battle rap scene. And this used to be like, you get him on VCR tapes. This is before the actual DVDs. This was right around that time, or at least when we got him, it was still on VCR tapes.
You make me feel old, but go ahead.
It's true. But that's where I know Cassidy from. Awesome battle rapper. I remember seeing the tapes and everything. That I remember catching him on the DVDs and stuff when they used to have those out when they were up in New York and traveling before New York and Philly and just battle rapping. But as an actual pop rap artist, or not even saying, but a mainstream rap artist, it was just something about Cassidy just couldn't get it. Just couldn't catch it. And I'm like, he has the capability, but it's like the structure of his song was something that always kind of evaded him, and I couldn't really understand why.
I think, again, by me dabbing a little bit in the music industry as a career path, I ain't gonna say dabble because I'm still in it. I just changed how, I did things. But one thing that I can say is some of us realize early on where our lane is. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with Cassidy, he realized early on that it's some stuff in this music industry that not all of us can deal with or take. Okay. With that being said, no, he's never made an album that could catch us. You feel me? He had a few singles, but nothing that really, all right, he about to drop an album. I gotta go get this new Cassidy. Yeah. I've never felt like that ever. He is a battle rapper, and what I will say is, in that battle rap lane, he's a beast. Mm-hmm. He's a beast. Shout out to Philly. He's a beast. I do like him in that lane, and maybe he understood that was his lane, and the mainstream wasn't his lane, because there's a lot of stuff that come with the mainstream industry, even portion of the industry. I prefer him as a battle. Him as that. Again, he's never had anything that was like, other than that one song Swiss Beats did, I'm a hustler. And I ain't gonna lie, even still to this day, if I hear it, I'm personal reason.
Other than anytime he did something with Swiss Beats, I think his work was better, because I do remember him being on like the posse cuts for like Swiss Beats, like World War III and stuff like that, the remixes. But part of me wish he could have at least got one good solid album, so that could be longevity of his career, because battle rap just isn't the same now either. So it's like, what do you do if you're that type of artist that has that skill set, but you just can't, like, how do you really establish your career and like feed your family and stuff? That was always like my concern sometimes with like certain rappers.
So somebody asked me to drop the link. I am going to drop the link, but what I'm not going to do is answer anybody that is not him. How about that? I'm not. And if I drop the link, know that today is a tap in, and that if you're on here long enough, you have to participate in a final exam.
Ooh.
You got to knock me off.
Set the rules, cat. Set the rules, cat. Hey, you
You
big church, set the rules.
Yeah, like everybody been threatening me lately because they see that I'm the champ, and they've been whatever. So if I drop the link and you stay on here long enough, you are joining. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm about to drop the link. But anyway, yeah, but I don't know that I want Cassidy and like I said, I think I like him in the lane that he has been in all of this time. Hold on, I'm trying to. I gotta send a link to myself. Let me get the other keyboard. I think I like him in the lane that he is in. I don't think that I really, you feel me? Like I kind of like him as a battle rapper.
Wait,
on the low.
Battle rap don't exist. When's the last time you actually watched a battle rap? I mean, I look them up on YouTube when they have something decent, but
right,
it's not something you go out of your way to really watch most of the time, I would think.
And Mike, I'm coming, babe. I just with YouTube is different because with Facebook is different because they don't really allow me to share stuff like how I would like to. That's another reason why I'm trying to switch up off of here. So give me a second, okay? Now, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm about to drop the link to you right now. I'm gonna drop the link. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you. You asked me a question. When's the last battle rap I paid attention to? And I'm not gonna lie to you. You ready?
Yeah, I think I know the one.
Because it killed Black Love. It killed Black Love.
But see, that was interesting because it involves somebody that you know. You know what's funny?
Listen, she was giving Chocolate Girls life. Oh my gosh.
Here's an interesting thought. Interesting thought comparison. In some weird way comparison, Remy Ma is very much like a Cassidy. They both have a very battle rap background, except Remy Ma kind of made it a little bit better than he did. If you kind of think about their skill set, their level, and the type of artists they are.
She did. She shut that shit up. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I was saying words before I'm supposed to say the words, but she shut it up. She shut it up. She shut it. And the reason why I say she shut it up is this, because one, she was a battle rapper too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then I think she recognized, where she came from, after she did her whole stint, her bit in prison and stuff. That's what, that was like the core of her. You feel me? Like that was her essence. If anybody knows anything about Remy Ma, she started in battle rapping. Okay, I had to grab the link real quick. I'm sorry. She started in battle rapping. So it is what it is. All right, Mike, I'm about to drop the link now. I'm sorry, baby. Like I said, Facebook behavior.
Do you think because Remy was a woman that gave her an advantage, even coming from the battle rap scene?
No, I think that made it harder.
You think it made it harder?
About being a woman is easy for anything, even when we trying to step in the arena with males.
Okay.
No, so that made it way harder. I think, but she was just so much of a beast. It's like you couldn't deny. You know what I'm saying? That's why when she dropped that Sheether, it went crazy. Like how it went crazy because that was her battle rap reminisce. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that was battle rap her. That wasn't the, you know what I mean? Like, I look, but you know what I mean? That wasn't that was the battle rap her, and it just so happened, you know what I'm saying? That she killed it.
Cassidy's overall downfall is the fact that he can't structure a catchy song overall. Then,
yeah, that's the only thing that stopped him from being, on it, because he was hard. He was hard. He just not hard. He can't. I know a lot of artists like this too who can't create an album You know what I'm saying? A full collective project. I know artists that are monster at creating collective projects. I know artists that do both. He just don't fall in the lane that do both or can complete it out. You know what I mean? Like he could just, that's what he do. But let me say this too. Don't ever knock the battle rappers either, because they make paper. They don't make, well, I don't know, because on a low, people think that these, and these mainstream artists make a lot of money and they don't either. And then I question whether or not the battle rap lane is more lucrative, because they get their bag.
Yeah, but I think it's the outside deals compared to the lump sums. Like if I would assume from what I know is when you're a battle rapper, you go, you do the battle, you win the battle, you get the purse, you get the bag. But then that money has to last you until you hit your next battle, unless you're putting out your own mixtapes and stuff. Compared to the mainstream artists, they at least can do shows or little club appearances and still get a stream of income that flows more consistently than the lump sum.
Yeah, that's true. It does have to, but same thing. Because guess what? You drop an album, you got to make all that money that you got, your bonus, if you with a label or you're independent, you still have to make that money last. So it's really not, in essence, any different.
Okay.
You still got to make it last until your next, whatever you're doing, to your next show. Because that's really where artists get paid at when they do shows. It's not the label that pays them. I need this to be understood. Where you get your bread at when you're a mainstream artist is not from the label. They give you an advance or whatever, and then you got to spend that on recording. You got to spend that on freaking marketing. You got to spend that on your lawyers. It's so many things that you have to spend that money on that by the time you finish, you don't have money, because you dropped the album, you don't have money. So then you have to tour. And so in essence, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But see, I would think also the promo behind it, because the record label kind of wants you to win compared to if you're a battle rapper, you lose a battle.
But they still charge you for all of that. You still you still got to pay for that. Your advance is exactly what it is, an advance to do the work that they want you to do. It's a slave system. Do the work that they want you to do.
Slave system.
It is. Because you think you got all this money. A lot of these artists wind up living in facilities that belong to the label or the record company. It's a facade. It's the same hustle, only they get their bag straight up, whereas though you gotta chop it up and give it up, divide it amongst it, come out your bill. Look at New Edition. I know y'all seen that New Edition story.
Yeah, that was crazy. No, even
and they came home and all of them got like $1 and some change a piece. Like
TLC.
It's a facade.
TLC too, with all they got, getting cheated by
right
and all that stuff.
Why you think they want the Clive office like how they? Why you think they went in there like how they went it? Because they didn't understand that it's the same. To be honest, maybe battle rappers have it better.
Possibly, now you think about it like that, because their win or lose fully almost depends solely on them. I mean, they probably have a manager, but they don't have to really, they're not trying to pay back their advance. They're just trying to maintain a level of income. So yeah, they may have an advantage that I never really thought about that way.
Right. So maybe Cassidy and his mom was like, you know what? This is a better lifestyle for me. Let me get back into the thing that worked for me in the beginning. I don't got to worry about nobody trying to take my... Yeah. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm going to say. You know that where I'm going. I don't got to worry about my puffies, my Harrells, my Clives.
I thought you were going to say dirty business. I didn't know you were going to start with the did he do it?
Did he do it? I don't got to worry about that. Maybe I should go back over here where I could just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I could be my street self. I don't gotta put on nothing that I don't want to wear and all of that good stuff.
Yeah,
All right, so
you know what I think of? Oh, go ahead,
what?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just about to say, it's like, yeah. So Cassidy gets a deal. He goes to the big record label company. All the big execs are in there. You open the door, you see something you don't like. You close the door and say, "No, I'm going back to the streets. I'm going back to the streets."
I'm back to the streets, and he little, and he's little man. It would probably be easy to take advantage of him.
Oh, don't talk about that man's stature.
But he's little. I mean, he's a gangster in his own right. I done seen Cassidy do some stuff on camera. When he was ready, he was ready.
All right. When you talk about, but he little. No.
But he's little.
Hey, shout out to Cassidy.
Shout out to Cassidy. But he's little, and they probably just gonna try to get his little tail. I can cuss now because it's 10 o'clock. They just gonna try to get his little ass, and he don't need that. He's little.
You gonna find yourself in a rap beef with Cassidy?
I don't got no beef, Cassidy. I like you. I actually like you. I like your skill, but we being honest. If this was prison,
look, you better start spitting some bars. You better rap your way out of this one.
They asses up. You better, boy. You better battle rap for your life. That's real. All I'm. He's little. Okay, but he is little. Cassidy, you that dude, though. All right, let's move on. I like this one right here.
Oh yeah,
because I don't know if anybody slept on him, but if you did, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And it's not necessarily rap, but it's in that genre. Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg. Okay, I went first last time. I'll let you go.
I love Nate Dogg. He's doing it. He was like that hood dude. I might have seen him on the corner singing and smoking his tree and drinking his drink and keeping it a buck and 100. And he was doing it with melody.
Yeah.
You said la da 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 da. Who?
Nate Dogg. You know who said that? Classic part of the album. Everybody that they didn't have the timing right. You try to catch it with the smoke weed. Somebody will come in too fast.
Yeah. La da 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 da. What is the regulators were everything for that time? Like I swear to God, I love me some Nate Dogg. I swear I did. He was like my uncle. He's my uncle. Okay. He was like my uncle that's close to my age, but not too close to my age. I love Nate Dogg. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. The stories that they told when they did the behind the scenes, especially there was I forget what it was, but in California there was it was like a local show that used to come on, like their public broadcast system was somebody they were doing the tap in, but it was for West Coast, but it was on public broadcast TV, and they did like a little documentary on Nate Dogg. He was in the Marines at one point in time, which was an interesting thing to learn. Unfortunately, he was an alcoholic.
I'm Brett, so I had to let that go. Go ahead.
Shout out to that. But yeah, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Warren G, when they realized when they were younger that he could sing, he can harmonize, he was always part of anytime they wanted to do a song, they took care of him, make sure he was good and straight. I mean, he released, I think, one album, but he was always part of it. If you think of the West Coast, you think of anything with Snoop, Warren G, or Dr. Dre, your mind should automatically throw Nate Dogg right there, and it shouldn't be no doubt about that.
And you know what I was thinking about that because the Super Bowl just passed or whatever. That Super Bowl performance that they did, the Dre, the Snoop, and all of that. If Nate Dogg was still alive, I feel like Nate Dogg would have been there.
Of course.
And I'm not a banger, but I probably would have walked on him real quick because
I'm not a banger, but I would have walked on him.
Came out like looking like that's Nate, yeah. Well, and you still got it, bro. Look at that walk. Look at that walk. He was doing it. He came out, and it was smooth. Man. But yeah, if he was still alive, I feel like he would have been there.
Yes, of course he would have been. I mean, the sound of the West Coast with that area under the guys of Dr. Dre and stuff, you hear Nate Dogg in all the songs. I mean, especially anything with Warren G. Period. And like you said, Regulator, the one everybody almost that I know knows all the lyrics to Regulator.
Right. The rap and the oh my God, that was the joint. Yeah. That was the joint. I ain't gonna lie. Again, going back, I hate to go back to Music Jukebox, but it's a good reference for me. Yes. Every time that video came on, I'd be in the house like, Regulator.
Loud up. Gotta be handy to still know what I mean, earn your keep. Yeah.
I love rest in peace to Nate Dogg, man. He was my dude. That was my guy. And Semper Fi, because he was a Marine. Stop playing with the Marines over here. I'm a Marine brat to the core. So we not gonna play with them.
With the standard that Nate Dogg set, being a harmonizing rapper connected to a rapper, who do you think took that spot? Because there's always this interesting conversation that happens. Me and my brother, we talk about this, about who kind of took that spot. Is it a T-Pain? Is it Ty Dolla $ign? Is it who?
Nobody. And I'm going to say, the reason why I'm going to say this because you named a couple of people, and I'm glad. And I'm going to add Petty Boots to the equation because he be doing that too. He be trying. He don't. Okay. I'm gonna add Petty Boots to that. You know what we call him over here. His name is Petty Boots. If y'all don't know who Petty Boots is, we talking about Drake. But over here we call him Petty Boots because he pettiest ever. Ever. I'm not gonna say Ty Dolla $ign because Ty Dolla $ign was always, even though he got that melodic kind of flavor, he's always been an R&B. He was a part of Immature, for goodness sakes, when they first started out. So it was always that for him. Who else we named? We said Ty Dolla $ign. Who else?
T-Pain.
T-Pain. He can actually fucking sing. I hate that y'all do that. I love T-Pain and the now because when he sings, he does not use auto-tune, so he let y'all know that I really can sing. That was a gimmick, but I could sing my ass off. So I would consider him more of a singer than I would be like the R&B and right, you know what I mean? Petty Boots, you try it, baby, but there will never ever be another Nate Dogg. And with that being said, la da 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 da.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. Stop playing with Nate Dogg, yo. Stop playing with him. I loved him. As you can see, I really.
Nate Dogg, RP Nate Dogg, LBC 213.
As you can see, I really love Nate Dogg. That's my guy.
Like now I gotta put together a new playlist of all this stuff because I'm like, whoa, we went from Cassidy to Nate Dogg. I'm like, there's a little playlist somewhere in my mind now I'm thinking about
that incorporated. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we get ready.
So little secret. After we usually do the tap in, I usually go back and everything we talked about. If I remember majority of it, I go back and I put a little playlist together of the artists that even when we end up adding other artists in, like I'm like, oh, I gotta put some Remy in it now, some Ty Dolla $ign. I'll go back and do that just because it'll.
Oh, that's cute. I might copy. Because that's so cute. Like, well, I get that every Friday, but. So should I now? Because my computer is filled with. All right. This is our last one for this portion of the tap in, and then we're gonna give love and then final exam. I'm scared. By the way, but whatever. We're gonna see.
You picked an interesting year too, by the way.
I know, and I don't know why I picked that year because I'm like, wait, but maybe.
Yeah.
So the last person that we pulled from the bag was Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap.
Mm-hmm. I'll go first this time. Uh, I'm conflicted with him because one, in my mind, he's in the category. He's not the dopest, but he's one of. You know what I mean? It was an era.
Mm-hmm.
You feel? And in that era, he was killing the game, and he's been around for a long time. Now, that's, I guess, the good part. The bad part is that now he's tied into a chick who has been named. She picked up a name, and he has a child with this chick. And this chick is synonymous within the industry. She's been with just about everybody.
Allegedly.
No, she wrote it in a book.
You say not allegedly?
I got 2 of the books.
Well, I'm just saying we wasn't there, and she could be lying.
Alleging shit because this bitch wrote a book. She wrote a couple of books about her.
We don't know if that book is science fiction, but I know what you're saying. But let it rock. Keep going.
Say it wasn't true, and she named names. Ain't nobody come and say it wasn't true. The only person she did name was Big Papa, and Big Papa, I have my
AI.
That was no. She named.
Oh wait, that was the other one.
Big Papa in my mind is Method Man. She didn't name him in any of the books, and I have 2 of them. I read them. I like books. I'm big on books. I would still go to the library. It's the smell of.
It's the smell. That's I love what people do. All right, so my thing with Cool G Rap. Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of these dudes, and Cool G Rap is one of them. She talked about, her
nosebleed.
She talked about a lot of things with him, how he used to beat and all of that stuff. So it's like, I hate when those kind of stories come out about my favorite MCs or some of my favorite MCs, because it's like, now I gotta envision them doing the things. And these are people that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people I grew up with. Cool G Rap. Even Big Papa, whom I suspect is Method Man. He had an allegation come out with another chick recently, and just her saying that, it's like, bitch, why you gonna mess that up for me? Like, bitch, you don't know I live Wu-Tang? Bitch, why would you say that about him? Like, why did you say that a long time ago before I fell in love with the Klan?
Look, like the Wu-Tang Clan, in case anybody hears this and take that out of context.
Not the other clan. This clan.
Yes, the Wu.
This 36 chamber. Bitch, why you didn't say this before I fell in love with these dudes? Like, don't come out later on and then try to tarnish. Bitch, say it early so that way I can't fall victim to whatever seducing nature.
Well, with Cool G Rap, my biggest thing with him is he was an extremely technical rapper to me. He falls in the category with like Rakim a little bit to me, because that was the era of the time where, at least for me, New York rap was new, but I could tell it was changing. It wasn't the Run DMC style no more. It wasn't I'm trying to think of who between Run DMC and Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. It was just, I can tell it was changing from what I heard, and I was already in love with hip hop. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said the Kool Moe Dees and your Big Daddy Kanes and
yes. Yeah. But me being such a fan of the music, I could tell when Cool G Rap got on the scene, it became very different flow, very different rhyme style, just the way. Then his had the very nasally kind of voice a little bit, or that he didn't talk normal, put it that way to me.
Yeah.
But he still had the skill set to do all these crazy bars and the mafioso music, the way he did his alliteration and all that stuff. Which the difference between him and Rakim to me was Rakim was more cleaner. As in, you can hear everything Rakim said. It was very flow, melodic, very tempered, compared to Kool G Rap, which was kind of spazzy. But that was exciting to me too. But
it was different.
Yeah.
It was
but the
different.
big thing was the topic of the music was so different to me because it was more into that gangster era of East Coast mafia, mob boss type of flow, which I'm like, that's movie stuff to me, but he rapping about it. So I don't know what goes on up there. I'm only like, what, 13, 12? So it was just so vastly different, but it was extremely new. And until we started, and that's right around the time where music videos, at least hip hop music videos, started getting a lot of push. Like you said, Video Jukebox, The Box, what is it? Music on Demand. There was a whole bunch of those shows, but that's when I actually started seeing the stuff. And then I'm like, okay, so this is who this guy is. Because honestly, I used to read the source and everything. I don't ever remember seeing him. Well, he probably wasn't a source. I probably just didn't pay attention to it at the time. But
he was at the source was kind of building at the time where really he had his, you know what I mean, his breakout and all of that good stuff. Like, it's a lot of things that weren't included in the source. And I feel like, and I'm glad you said that, because I feel like I like what they're trying to do to make sure that they have a pension fund for the elder MCs, because he would fall in that category of people who get the pension. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of MCs, huh?
Only because you said I have a quick question. What is an elder MC? Just let's establish what that is. Just because I'm kind of curious of what your mind says.
Rapping before 1999, in my opinion.
Rapping before 1999, you're an elder MC. Do you have to stop rapping, or you can still be rapping?
No, this is the problem that I have. Like, who said, is there age on rock and roll?
No.
Is there age in blues?
No.
Is there age in any other genre except for hip hop? I hate that people put an age on it. Dude, it's a genre of music that was popular and people enjoyed. There should not be an age limit. Even if you are older now and you still rapping, who told you I stopped rhyming just because I got older?
Well, the problem is that even the rappers themselves,
dementia or Alzheimer's, that's when you should stop rapping.
Dementia or Alzheimer's, that's when you just stop. But the kind of the problem with that is that even the rappers themselves, they say rap is a young man's sport, or a young artist sport. I won't say men, because right now the women are doing it.
It doesn't have to be. That's the perception. And like, it doesn't have to be. Nigga, I'm 59 years old. I still got skill. Why I can't still rap?
Well, because it comes to that weird thing.
No, I don't have to rap like these weirdos.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. Because I'm glad we're here. This is still around the Kool G Rap section, because I'm going to bring up an artist. And then, so in comparison, when Jay-Z dropped 444, a lot of people did not like that album.
But it wasn't for a lot of people.
But it was, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was for the sophisticated mind, because you move from the hood, the street, being on the corner, you start building shit. I can personally relate. You know what I'm saying? It's for the relatable factor.
Then with that said, would Kool G Rap be able to make a 444, or he would still stick to the same material? That's kind of the weird place. If you're that old, I don't really think you should be rapping about that. I appreciate 444.
I don't think that
Kool G Rap.
I don't think that Kool G Rap could. But I don't think that because he's Kool G Rap and his age factors, I just don't think that he could. You know what I'm saying? Mm. It's the individual, the artist. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. So I think even for Jay-Z, the beautiful part about that was he was talking about the lifestyle that he lives right now.
Yes.
I don't think that Kool G Rap could do that because he don't live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? All he can talk about is the shit that's the thing, the beautiful part about rap, the beautiful thing about hip hop is you talk about the shit that you live. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's always been. You think about don't push me cause I'm close to the edge. Them niggas was living that. You talk about what you live.
But I guess what my issue, or not, it's not my issue, it's my concern is, yeah, you're gonna tell me a story that you probably already told me before. When
this is why 444 was beautiful, because we had.
Yes, I agree. I love 444. But that's my thing. When I think about it, I'm like, I don't know if Kool G Rap can still make. Could he make a 444? And then two, would it look weird if he still? I'm on a corner and I'm moving and I'm shooting and I'm ducking and this bitch and da 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 da.
You know why it's gonna look weird? Because we gonna look at him at our ages and judge him like, nigga, why are you still doing it?
Exactly.
Again, comparison to 444, Jay-Z switched the lane and everybody was mad at him because he switched the lane. Nigga, I'm not talking about being in Cambridge, Maryland no more. You feel me? I'm not talking about being in Jersey no more. I'm talking about the life that I actually live. And y'all didn't like it and y'all didn't appreciate it, but y'all didn't like it or appreciate it because y'all can't relate. Okay, the one thing about hip hop that's beautiful is that however, whatever artist that you take that you like or whatever, you like them because you can relate. I can't relate to a lot of these young dummies. Dummy is a term of endearment. I know. No, I gotta tell the people outside of you, dummy is a term of endearment. That means I love you. Sometimes it can mean I want to fuck you up. And you gotta come from Baltimore. But the point is that I can't relate to them. I can relate to the 444. You know why? Because I have elevated. I've gotten older. You know what I'm saying? And my mindset has changed. No, he could not have made that album or that kind of album if his life has not changed and he hasn't redirected his state of mind. Even not, hi Chip Tooth baby. Sorry, I had to talk to him real quick. Even Nas, his direction has changed because he's not.
Yeah, no, King's Disease, that series of King's Disease is very much a 444. Most people don't get that. It is Nas' version of 444. Right. And Nas did it extremely well.
He's not Chip Tooth anymore. He's invested his money and made millions. He's not that guy anymore. He's a different dude. You know what I'm saying? You have to elevate. And those who can appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make music. Just like with this podcast, I say this in different words, but I'm going to say it again. The further I go, I have to elevate. And I can't do it based upon what you perceive in me. I have to do it based upon what I am, the life that I'm living. You wouldn't appreciate what I'm doing if I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll be like, oh, well, you still doing it. No, you move forward. You know what I mean? That's if I'm not living that lifestyle anymore, how can I can't live in it forever. I could talk about it. I did that. Now I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I can't sit in it. I'm sorry. I got to move forward. That's not the life I'm living anymore. So I don't think I don't know what Kool G Rap is doing right now, but I don't think he can make a 444 and he can't make a King's. He can't do that because you got to move forward to do that. You know what I'm saying?
My last little question would be, should it be the route that Andre 3000 took? Is like, what am I going to rap about? I'm going to get my prostate checked? And no, there's nothing for me to do here.
Play my flute.
Well, that's what he did, but it was the fact that he said there's nothing for me to rap about because what I rap about, I don't think that's going to resonate. Even though technically to me, I still want to hear it because it's Andre 3000.
One of the hardest dudes ever. Listen, I will take a good Andre 3000 album right now. He has done touched my soul in so many different kinds of ways. It's ridiculous. That nigga said, I think I'm in love.
Again.
That was my shit. You know what I'm saying? He gave me some of everything, but
You must be the prototype.
and he made me feel like I was the prototype.
Hey, you big purr.
Hey, you big purr. But what I will say is this: in order to be the best musician that you can be, you have to feel it. Because music, it comes from, you know what I mean, within.
Mhm.
I can't create something that I'm not feeling just because y'all want me to create it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be who I'm gonna be. So if I want to play a fucking flute, let me play my fucking flute and support me.
No,
If I
I'm
want to
doing
sing,
something,
let me fucking sing my song and support me. I'm in my face. Beyonce is making a fucking country album. She from Texas. Let her be her best country girl she could ever be. Shout out to Texas. I got my people, my bloodline run through Texas. Let her be the best fucking country girl she could fucking be. Stop putting people in a box. That's my problem. That's always been my problem. Don't put me in a box. Let me be who the fuck I'm gonna be. You gonna love me or you gonna hate me. Pick a side, my nigga. Pick a side. Whatever side you stand on, I respect it. If you hate me, stay over there. We don't have to deal. If you love me, support me. That's it.
okay.
That's it. We can't make ourselves be what everybody else wants us to be because that's not how we were genetically created. Like, that's not us. Don't put me in a box. Don't make me. I hate when people be like, oh, well, all women. No, I'm not all women. All women go to the club. I don't club. I actually like being alone for the most part. You know what I mean? We're not all the same, so stop it. And I think that we should look at our musical interest the same way.
Okay. Well, Cool G Rap, salute you. We got from you with all the things all the way to here. Hey, you big purr. Interesting.
And you prepare. I like how diverse our conversation was today about, you know, the people that we were tapping into. It was a little diverse because we went from Cool G Rap, Nate Dogg, Cassidy. I don't know where we was going. What was going on today? I don't know.
It's because overall, we are the generation of hip hop that has been the furthest along the lines of hip hop. So everything is new. We're traveling new territory that hasn't been traveled before. We have to accept that. So, like you say, you can't put everybody in the box. There are some people that see it the way you do. Nobody said you got to quit rapping, but there's some people that see it like I do. That like, what you gonna rap about now though? Because even me, I'm like, unless you talk about big boy stuff, big man, grown businessman stuff, it kind of gets weird.
Being a daddy, your lifestyle,
even if that's the case, yeah.
And what you live in right now and not the yesteryear all the time. We could reflect back to you, but we don't live that life anymore. I'm a mom. You think I could talk about I could talk about the things that I've done, and I will talk about the things that I've done prior to me becoming a mom. I'm a podcaster, and I will talk about those things eventually. I gotta slowly walk y'all into that type of shit. But you know what I mean? We all have a past and we all have a future. And I feel like if I can't get into my future, then what the fuck are we talking about?
Gotcha. Hey, you big purr.
Hey, you big purr. Like I was this person in yesteryear. I'm this person now. And I gotta reflect upon who that person was to get to who the person I am right now. That's it. I gotta show some love. Hey, you big purr. Doc will be there on the 16th.
Oh, the update.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to give the updates. I do, because I don't want nobody purchasing anything from me not knowing when they shit is coming. It's coming. 16th.
I have patience. I'm good. I got patience. Look, I know who you are.
I'm an honorable woman.
Look, you like mafia movies, right?
Huh?
I said you like mafia movies, right?
Yeah, all I got is my word and my balls, and I won't break them for nobody, my nigga. Like,
Look, don't let the pack not come through. We be down at the docks.
I'm gonna be down at the docks like, where the fuck? I can't, because then I got whatever. But I will be on their ass. Don't play. No, don't. The 16th, it'll be there.
Hey, you big purr.
Hey, you big purr. I don't play about y'all. Ain't nobody gonna play with y'all either. So I want to shout out anybody who's watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I see y'all tonight. Hi. Hey. Hi, babies. I see y'all. And I appreciate you being here. Big love to my grandmother. I say this all the time. I don't know that she should be here, but she be here. So she's 89. She's 89. Why is she watching this? All right, whatever. But I love you, Ma. I love you from my core.
Shout out.
I am your Junior Libra baby. And when I wanted this woman to scratch my head, she would. Anytime I asked, like, Ma, can you scratch my head? Ma, can you make me something? Can you make me? Because she's from North Carolina. So can you make me some okra or whatever I'm asking for? And she would. So, but I just don't know that she should be watching the show. But I love you, Ma. I love you. I'll be there in May to see you, baby. I'm coming. But yeah, big shout out to my grandmother. Why is she watching this? Anyway. I know, it's weird. It's a weird thing for my grandmother to be watching this. I love her though. It's my baby. It's my baby. All right, so it's time to get to the love notes. So explanation for why we call it the love notes. I'm gonna take this off because it always messes me up when it's time to do what it is that I'm supposed to do. We call it the love notes because I used to call it love, and Doc used to call it show notes, and we used to go back and forth about it for a minute. Oh, Doc said I had a stack of papers the size of a competition notebook. They were not. It was just a lot of cities and countries and states, and I had papers. It was like more like this. Doc want to say it was like this, but it was more like this. Whatever. I don't care. And then we came to the compromise. And we decided that we would call it show notes. And that's what love notes. I said show notes. Doc, you might have won that one.
I won.
We call it the love notes. And we've been sticking to love notes ever since. So these people are my listening audience. They come through. They check the podcast. They have no clue what I look like. They just like to hear what it is that they hear. And I appreciate them for loving to hear what it is that they hear. And they come back and I appreciate them. So big love. It's all love over here. Thank you for the love. Shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, France, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Brussels, specifically France. I love you so, 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 so much. I do. Thank you, babies. Russia, Indonesia, oh my gosh, Japan, dagnabbit, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria. Oh my gosh, Kenya, all of y'all. I love y'all. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, Nepal. I love you all. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, I love you guys though. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, China, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby. Czech Republic, Portugal, Morocco. Hi, boos. I love you too. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ghana, Finland, and Cameroon. This list gets longer and longer, but what you all need to know, and I probably missed one because I was trying to catch up and I didn't really catch up. What you all need to know is this. Wait, why is he on the screen? What you all need to know, I gotta give him that so I don't do that again, but what you all need to know is that I love you guys. I adore you guys. You guys, I'm deleting that right now because I don't want that to come back up. I love you guys so much. I adore you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. You don't have to, but you do. And I appreciate you so, 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 so much. I love you. Even the one I might have missed. Because I was trying to show love, extra love to Paris, because I need to be there. I had the opportunity to be there and I got pregnant. Don't get it fucked up. I love being a mom. This is the most rewarding job. Even above doing this part, like that's the most rewarding job that I've ever had. I love being her mom, yo, but I got pregnant when I was supposed to go to Paris. And I never forget that. So yeah. Shout out to Dirt Singer, but I got pregnant. That was I don't know how it worked out. I was supposed to be there. But in my mind, we are going to do something. I want to put together like a little trip where I can go visit people that actually listen to this podcast. And Paris is on my list of places to go because they show me love. Shout out to France, man. I also would like to next month, maybe let's say February is March, maybe March or April. I'm gonna do a contest and I'm gonna give away some things too. So yeah, or maybe not a contest, maybe a giveaway, but that's the plan. That's the plan. So yeah, I got some things in my head in the works. It's a slow, gradual baby step walks to it, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. In my mind, it's gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, man. All right, let's get ready for this final exam.
All right.
While you kick it off, I'm gonna woosah and meditate.
All right. So just to give you your whereabouts, let you set your bearings up. So you picked 1993.
I did. I regret it.
Huh?
That's what I did. I regret it.
Well, I'm going to tell you some stuff that came out in 1993. These are not the clues or anything. These are just things I'm naming that came out that was kind of interesting because I completely forgot.
Right.
So Professor X, The Overseer came out. That was on January 1st. Brand Nubian in God We Trust that came out in January, the end of January.
What?
Apache came out on February 9th. It was Apache Ain't Shit. Tupac came out right after that, same day, Strictly for My Niggas.
That was good. Go ahead.
Who else? Moni Love. It's a Word or Two came out in March. PM Dawn came out. LL Cool J 14 Shots. And I just give you one more. Let me pick one more. Oh, this is a good one. July 1st, Akanelli, Vagina Diner came out.
Listen, we have no reason to be judging these babies. We were just as ratchet.
So yeah, so those were some of the ones that came out in 1993. They are not the artists that I picked, but I just wanted to put you in the mind frame because when I was looking, I was like, wow, I forgot something. And the reason I say it was the interesting year. That was the year I'm assuming you too. We were freshmen in high school.
I was on my way. I wasn't quite there yet. I was on my way. No, was I? Wait. Yeah, no, I was. Yes, I was. 93, 94. 93, 90. Yeah.
You should be a freshman.
Yeah.
But without further ado, this is the final exam. Remember, I kind of changed the way I'm asking the clues now because you be just killing me lately. So here's number one. And
before you get to number one, in all fairness, I went to pre-prison. So it was called Southwestern Senior High School. We call that pre-prison. Either you were learning how to go to prison or you were learning how to become a baby mama. It's one of the two. But anyway.
The pipeline. We got to stop that, people.
That's what it was. All right, first clue. Known for his positive message and smooth rhymes, this artist led a group featuring backup dancers, but wasn't related to any of them. Fourth studio album dropped in 1993. I feel, but I don't. I'm gonna leave that on the screen until you get number two. I feel, but I don't know. Okay.
I thought you had a Challenger too, by the way. What happened to the Challenger?
Huh?
What happened to the Challenger, Mr. Michael?
I don't know. They be talking mad smack and they never show up. They be talking mad smack and they never show up because I don't know that they ready to take my crown. I mean, well, they can't take my crown, but knock me off my pedestal or push me off because
you just challenge the queen. They can't challenge the queen.
Y'all pushing me, y'all not knocking me. So go ahead. I need my number two.
There you go.
They be talking mad smack though, and don't be ready for this work. Though born in Jamaica. Oh my gosh, what is with Jamaica right now? Shout out to Jamaica. Hi Jamaica. I'm y'all next. I'm gonna get y'all on this list. I am. But anyway, though born in Jamaica, he became hip hop legend in the U.S. He's even collaborated with the King. He collaborated with BB King on a track called "Keep It Coming," 1993.
This is a good one. I'm loving it.
It is. It's tough.
To me, it is.
It's real tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's real tough. Okay, so put number 3 up, and I'll put it up on the screen in a minute. I gotta reflect on. Okay. Known for his positive messages and smooth rhymes. He led a group featuring backup dancers. Okay. I got it. I feel like dance. No, I just feel like dance moves help me a little bit.
Oh, look. All right, look. Turkey baster, salt shaker.
I feel like they help me.
Turkey baster and the salt shaker.
Big shout out to the New Jack Swing era, man. It was life.
Actually, you're not that far off with that one. That's an interesting little thing you just said there.
All right, let's see. Not just a musician, he also graced the silver screen. Okay, this might help me a little bit. He played roles in A Different World, Living Single, Rock, Law and Order, SVU.
Yep.
I might be wrong, but is it Heavy D?
Damn it, yes.
Oh, fuck Uptown Records, but Heavy D, yeah. Fuck MCA Records. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it was love. Oh, you know what? I felt like
what
with this one.
What's up?
I'm gonna put it back on the screen. I kind of knew, but I didn't know, and I was thinking 93. I didn't know though. I didn't know, and then I never knew that he did a joint with BB King. I never knew that.
It was on BB King's album, though. Not on his album. It was on BB King's album.
It don't matter. I gotta go look that shit up. I never knew that. But when we got right here,
but this ain't even the music. This is TV.
Listen, I was whopping it out. I don't know what y'all called it, but where I come from, it was called the Alf.
The Alf? Okay.
Yeah. I used to be a dancing machine. I used to get into these little impromptu dance battles. I don't know why. I used to be nice. My uncle used to be like,
so tell me, how did you get that from this clue number 3?
Number 3, I used to watch a lot of, remember I just told you at the beginning that I used to be punished a lot. And when I used to come out of my TV portion of where I could watch TV, but I couldn't go outside.
When you was on parole, not probation?
I was watching a lot of TV and these shows that you named, I watched them. And Law and Order, SVU. By the way, for a minute I had my daughter like, ah! She used to do that. Like, you know, when they go, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Well, I watched all of the Law and Orders except for Criminal Intent. I hated that one.
Okay.
It was horrible. But SVU and the original Law and Order, used to watch the fuck out of them. And even in my 30s, when I had a child and then she got in her talking stage, she used to do the howling at the end. Yeah.
Because the producer was Dick Wolf. The producer of the show, his name was Wolf.
And I always used to find it funny that his name was Dick, but whatever.
Look, how mature are we, Miss Cat? How mature are we?
I wasn't not watching that show, even though that was my joint, the SVU joint, because Detective Bunch meant the most to me because he came from Baltimore and he went to New York, and it's the show that used to be here in Baltimore, and his name was Detective Munch, and it went together. What was the name of? Damn, I can't think of. But Detective Munch was Detective Munch in the show that was based on the Baltimore show. It was a cop show.
Okay.
And then I loved how they transitioned it for him to go to New York, but he came from Baltimore and his name was Detective Munch. So he was same character. He just moved to New York. And I was like, that's real life. That's real life.
I'm still upset though, because I thought I tweaked it just enough. And apparently I didn't.
I was scared. Just know that you have me shook with these trivia, this final exam. I was scared.
Matter of fact, I need to update the score while you read the last couple of questions.
Man, because I be picking the year. Like, what? And then after we finish, I'll be like, why the fuck did I pick this year?
It was a good year. It was 93
that year. All right, number 4. Tragedy struck this hip hop group early. Oh yeah, that was real sad. Passing of the member nicknamed Trouble T. Roy. The Tragedy duo paid their respects by moving the tribute song. They reminisce over you. Yeah, his story was because it was like a freak ass accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you would have expected. Like, he just fell.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was gone. Yeah, man, that was sad.
Huh? But I know you know the group that made the song, right, for him?
Yeah, I did.
What? I was going to say, what's that group name?
Oh, no, we not. Let me move on to number 5 real quick, sir. Because we already ran over.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Beyond rapping, he had been a canine for talent. He discovered and launched, and don't talk about me squinching my eyes, I'm trying to see. He discovered and launched the careers of successful artists like So For Real. My love, do you ever dream? That was my joint. Candy calling rain. All right, anyway, I gotta keep it moving. Candy Rain. You're the same, my candy rain. That was my joint. And I still remember the dance. Not so much no more, but I used to kill shit. Man, Doc, this is a good one. And I had to get and don't you do that either, because I had to get to the third one. I didn't guess it on the first one.
I remember when I had to get you all the way to the end.
Yeah. You just make me reflect on my childhood, and I love it. But I didn't guess it on the first one.
Yes, that's true.
Although I was like, oh, I felt it, but kind of not really. Doc said we worldwide search it all, the whole globe. You still can't catch the prototype. I think I'm in love. Oh, sorry. That was my joint. Top Flight, Catch the Vibes, and shout out to the blind. And we're glad. Listen, I need you to stop. You know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. I got them. They
Hey,
right
you-
here. I
hey,
know
you
where
big
they
her. Hey, you big her.
I know where they are today. Hey, big prayer. All right, we went too far today, but I don't care. It was fun. I love I think the tap in might be my favorite. I don't know. I don't know. I love doing the tap in though, because it's always fun and I just don't never know where it's gonna go. And I love it. Thank you, Doc. I need to say thank you to you above all, because it's always fun. But anyway, mind your business. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. I'm going to not do all the rest because it's been on the screen. Let me get this off the screen. It's been on the screen. I will say just go to our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. You'll figure it out. Whatever. I'm not doing that tonight. But mind your business. Except for on Media Mondays. Sometimes on a tap in, you just got to learn that I feel like I'm the prototype. And Wet and White Wednesdays, we're gonna get into some court cases tomorrow. Because if you're breaking the law and you're a celebrity, I'm telling it. I'm snitching. And I ain't no code of the streets type of shit because I don't know you and I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have been doing trifling, shitty piece of shit. I just wanted to say all of those cuss words because I had to wait. But other than that, mind your business. Love your babies. Hug your babies. And then tell your babies this. That they are the GOAT. They are the greatest of all times. I tell my daughter this every day. And, you know, we have our moments in school. Weird moments. It's usually because she gets sick. But she got her father immune system. But other than that, she's a good student, though. Great student. Gifted and talented student. But it's important for you to tell them babies that they are amazing. Like I advocate for this because I truly believe this. If they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, commentator, or whatever the hell else they do at NASCAR. They just drive really, really fast and at moments that could be sexy. I just don't know that I would want to do that every day. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I might get seasick. I might need to take some medicine. I just don't know. If they want to work for NASA, no, I did not put the telescope together yet. I'm gonna do it on the weekend because then
It's funny how it's becoming connected now. NASA telescope. NASA telescope.
Be looking at this guy. I'm gonna do it though. I am. I'm gonna record a video and I'm gonna post it on YouTube when I do it so that y'all know that I did it. Or maybe on the website or coffee. I don't know. But when I do it, I'm going to record that I did it. All right. But I didn't do it yet. But if they want to work for NASA, then tell them be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever else they do over there at NASA besides looking at the sky. I'm going to put the telescope together eventually. But the point is, encourage them to be great at whatever it is that they want to do. And they're going to change their minds a few times. I've experienced that. I don't know what my daughter wants to do anymore. It used to be NASA. This is why we got to the NASA part. I don't know. But she'll figure it out. But the point is, whatever it is that they want to do, just encourage them to be great at it. And that's that piece of shit parents that don't, fuck you, and you don't belong over here. Hey, you big purse. Sorry. You don't belong here. And that's that. Let me get right. Hold on. Let me get my glasses and let me get right. I gotta grab them and let me get right. Hey, you big purr. Stay in your fucking lane, y'all. I swear to goodness, stay in your lane. My lane is not what you want. Because see, I live for me. I don't live for you. I live for me. And if you're jumping in my lane, that means you want me to live for you. And I can't live for you because I live for me. And you jumping in my lane, you're going to get hurt. Child. You don't want her. You don't want her. She's not nice. She's not gonna bend. She's not gonna fold. She's not gonna conform to what you want her to be. She's just gonna be, you heard what she sound like. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all that good stuff. You want to rub her. And if you rub her, then you're probably gonna get you big purr. You want the 2 ladder. You don't want the first one. She's kind of bitchy. She's not nice. You want the last 2. They're nice and sweet and kind of cuddly. You want her. And what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision, and who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we, so just stay in your lane. Just stay there, and we good. And no matter what the situation is, staying in your lane is safe. It's a safe way to live your life. Stay there. Don't come over here. Stay on there. And last but not least, pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Some battles you gotta be like, fuck that shit. You keep that shit. Keep it over there in your lane. Stay over there. But every battle is not a battle for you to fight. And Mobb Deep tell y'all all the time, Mobb Deep, that there is a war going on outside and no man is safe from it. They also said you can run, but you can't hide forever in these streets that we, whatever. Y'all know what they say. The point is this, just pick and choose your battles wisely. Worry about the war. And my last message is, don't try to conform people into what you feel like they should be. Let them be who they're going to be. We are a world full of different types of human beings. Let us be. That's why Kool G Rap could never make a 444. Let us be. We got to be who we're going to be. We expect too much from people sometimes, and I hate it. All right, you big purr. You big purr. Doc, this is our score right now. Yes. Am I the champion or I am not the champion? I feel like I'm the champion.
Yes. So with that being said, I need the next, where are we going now?
Okay. So we did 1993. Let's go. (2001).
2001. All right. Put in my notes.
2001. I'm probably going to lose. I'm okay with that right now because I'm up.
You way up. You way up. But all right, got it.
2001. And I'm going to ask you throughout whatever because you know I'll be forgetting. 2001. And I'm going to go cook for my brother on Thursday. So I'm probably going to forget. 2001, though. That's where we're going with it. Doc, thank you so much. I adore you, my baby.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You hold it down every time. This one, it was a little hard. I'm not gonna lie, but if I would have got to the last one, I would have got Cindy right. My love, do you ever dream? But anyway, we gotta get.
I know that. Yeah, go ahead. In the show, we'll talk about it next time.
Listen, I want to finish singing this song. Candy, range.
Look, it's your show. You can do whatever you want.
Still insane, my candy rain. That was my joint, man. Do. Oh, I want to do the dance. I gotta get off of here so I can do the dance. Get off of here. Do. Oh, listen, I got it in my head. I got the routine, oh my gosh, I got the whole routine. Y'all, we gotta get out of here before I start dancing. You don't want to see this. Good night. I love you. Hip hop hippie out. I love you. Thank you, Doc. I love you so much. I gotta get out of here before I start dancing. I gotta go. Bye. I love y'all. Bye. Bye.